this is Jude. Welcome back to this book review video. I just finished this book by Kathie Lee Gifford called The Jesus I Know. And I wanted to share this book with you. I had seen Kathie Lee on Raymond Arroyo's show on EWTN. And when I heard a little bit about the book, I wanted to get a copy as soon as I could to read it and then share it with you. So I love the format of the book because it is written in an interview style. Kathie Lee interviews the guests. So each chapter is a different person that she has interviewed. So you see her question and then the response. And some of the people, just to name a few that are being interviewed in the book, are Megyn Kelly, Jason Kennedy, Brian Welch, Jimmy Allen, and there is a wide variety, newsmakers, people that you would be familiar with just from seeing them on television and in the movies. And one of the people that intrigued me and I was curious to see her interview was Kris Jenner, a longtime friend of Kathie Lee Gifford's. So a lot of the people interviewed don't initially come across that they would have a relationship with Jesus. But that is in the 5 things that I learned from the book, the first thing, that many people known for their secular fame have a relationship with Jesus. It's just that they don't talk about it. It's a personal thing for them. So it was nice to see where their relationship started. All of the interviewed are questioned first. Give us a little background of your faith. Where was your faith formation? And through the information that we learn about them, some people are agnostic, some people are atheists, some people are Buddhist, some people are Hindu, some people are Catholic, Jewish, Protestant. So it's interesting to know each person's journey. And we find as we read the book, it's very personal. Everybody has a different beginning and a different middle point and a different point where they are right now in their relationship. And what intrigued them about Jesus? If they weren't a Christian, what intrigued them? What did they learn about Jesus? Who did they think Jesus was? So really great questions. Number 2 was no matter what fame or fortune those that were interviewed have attained, they found a deeper meaning in their lives and a strengthened relationship with Jesus. And so you get to learn how they might have started out in their journey very far from him, or they might have been a preacher's child, and how their path had taken them maybe in a different direction, and then they returned finding their own faith journey and their own foundation. Number 3 is despite their perfect lives, they've experienced physical and emotional pain and were in need of Jesus's healing. Some of them actually were healed, and some were able to deal with their pain and cope with their pain, knowing that Jesus was right there every step of the way, every moment with them. Number 4 was the desire to learn more about the rabbinical teaching and understand what Jesus practiced. And so I find that very interesting, diving into a lot of the Jewish practices that I know very little about. When we celebrate the Mass as a Catholic, most of how we celebrate the Mass is rooted in that very, very sacred tradition that Jesus followed. So to get to know that more, and maybe I'll be doing some videos just explaining the roots of how our church and our liturgical services incorporate in our Mass those rabbinical teachings, those old ancient traditions. Number 5, it is so important to be open to different experiences and paths. And I have to tell you, there were some interviews with some people who had been Catholic and had left the faith. And some of those interviews, I wasn't real happy about just the way that they had lost their faith in Catholicism. But I think stepping back and saying, instead of not wanting to hear their stories, because I'm very strong in my Catholic faith and I love my faith, but I think we should be more open to know why. What about the Catholic faith caused you to turn away and look for a different form of spirituality? So I think this book really opened my mind to realize and look at the fact that we should be open to see everyone's journey and to hear everyone's journey, even though it doesn't look anything like ours, that we are united, and we should be united as Christ followers. I wanted to read you the last paragraph because I think it was a great way to sign off the book. So Kathie Lee, in that last paragraph, says, "I hope this begins a beautiful new movement of the Holy Spirit in your own heart and mind. But I also pray that we will all begin to show greater mercy toward our neighbors, the ones who look very much like us, and more importantly, the others who look nothing like us at all." So that's a great, great way to come away saying, why don't I turn these questions that she posed to the people that she interviewed to myself? Who is Jesus in my life? How has he changed my life? How has he shown me the way to live? How can I take his teachings and be able to radiate that joy, that peace, that healing, that forgiveness when I come encounter with people in my each and everyday life? So I recommend Kathie Lee's book. I will link below a link where you can get a copy for yourself. Have you read the book? Let me know. Are there other books that you're interested in or you have read and you'd love for me to do a book review on it? Please put that in the comments as well. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. And I would love it if you subscribe and join this growing community. So until next time, my friends, peace and love.